Hi Sam. I'm excited to see you today. We're going to learn the word
menschlich,
Hi Alex.
menschlich,
What does that mean?
menschlich,
means human or humane, referring to qualities that are characteristic of humans, like compassion and kindness. It's most commonly used to describe behavior that is considerate or empathetic. Just be careful, because it might sound like the English word mental, but they're very different.
That makes sense. So, how do we use
menschlich,
in sentences?
Good question. As an adjective,
menschlich,
doesn't change with the noun. For example, you could say,
das ist ein menschliches Verhalten.
which means that is a human behavior. The plural form doesn't change either, you would say,
Menschliche Verhaltensweisen.
for human behaviors.
And what about verb forms? Is there a verb related to
menschlich,
There isn't a direct verb, but we can use it in different contexts. For instance, in the past tense, you might say,
War menschlich.
which means he was humane. In the perfect tense, you would say,
Ist menschlich gewesen.
meaning he has been humane.
So it's pretty versatile. What's the origin of
menschlich,
Yes, it is. The word comes from the Old High German,
Mennesk.
which means human. Over time, it evolved into the modern form we use today. It's fascinating how language changes, isn't it?
Absolutely. I love learning about the roots of words.
Let's break down.
Menschlich.
The root is
Mensch.
meaning human, and the suffix
Lich.
is similar to the English suffix ly, which turns nouns into adjectives. So, it effectively describes something that is human-like or humane.
That's a neat way to think about it.
Now, let's look at some similar words. For example, we have
Unmenschlich.
which means inhuman or cruel. Another word is
Menschheit.
which means humankind. You can also find
Menschlichkeit.
meaning humanity or humanus.
I see. What about more examples?
Sure. We have
Mensch.
meaning person,
Menschlich. Unmenschlich. Menschheit.
and
Menschlichkeit.
from the same prefix, there's
Unmensch.
meaning inhuman. Then you can find related words like
Tierisch.
which means animal and can describe animalistic behavior.
Got it.
Great. Now let's practice using
menschlich,
in real-life situations. Imagine you're at work and your colleague makes a mistake. You could say,
es ist menschlich, Fehler zu machen.
meaning it's human to make mistakes.
Es ist menschlich, Fehler zu machen.
That's easy.
Perfect. Another example could be when talking to a friend who is upset. You might say,
Es ist menschlich, traurig zu sein.
meaning it's human to be sad.
Es ist menschlich, traurig zu sein.
I like that one.
And one more for when you're discussing helping others.
Sei menschlich und hilf mir.
Meaning be humane and help me.
Sei menschlich und hilf mir.
That's really useful.
Now, let's talk about gender. Since
Menschlich,
is an adjective, it doesn't have a gender itself. But the noun
Mensch,
is masculine, so you can remember that with the image of a man helping someone, showing humane qualities.
That's a cool way to remember it.
For usage notes,
menschlich,
is generally informal, but it can be used in formal contexts too. Some typical phrases include
menschliches Verhalten, menschliche Gefühle,
and
menschliche Beziehung,
be careful not to confuse it with,
unmenschlich,
which has the opposite meaning.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let me give you some example sentences.
hat gestern menschlich gehandelt.
Means he acted human yesterday. Or,
Das war eine menschliche Geste.
meaning that was a humane gesture.
Those are great examples.
Here's another.
Wir sollten immer menschlich miteinander umgehen.
Which means we should always treat each other humanely.
So important.
Now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Menschlich,
mean?
It means human or humane.
Great. Can you give me an example of a sentence with it?
Es ist menschlich, Fehler zu machen.
Well done. What's the origin of the word?
It comes from Old High German.
Menschlich.
Correct. What's the opposite of?
menschlich,
Unmenschlich.
Exactly. And can you tell me a situation where you would use
menschlich,
If someone is sad, I could say,
Es ist menschlich, traurig zu sein.
perfect? Lastly, what's the gender of the noun?
Mensch,
it's masculine.
Excellent job today, Sam. Remember,
menschlich,
is all about being human and humane. Keep practicing, and you'll use it effortlessly in conversations.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed learning today.